had for a while, and it is essentially the future of raids. So I want to take you to
Eververse deals in all manner of goods.
what the raid gives you. Okay, there's a collection of both
Our inventory is stocked.
weapons and
No rush.
armor that the raid gives you. Okay, for scout rifles, it gives you the Vision of Confluence. Pulse rifle's not out yet. Time lost weapons haven't been unlocked. Where is it at? Gives you Fatebringer. It's back. I don't think.
Just browsing.
Yeah, there's nothing
Fine,
for submachine guns. There's no sidearms, pulses, autos. There's nothing.
It's easy
Right?
math, Guardian. You got
There
the silver.
really is nothing.
Eververse has the goods.
Okay, special weapons, shotguns. Where is it? Fatebringer's back. Not Fatebringer. Not Fatebringer. Found Verdict. Sorry, wrong one. Wrong gun. Found Verdict is back. Right, that's great. There's no grenade launchers. There's no fusion. At least not yet, anyway. There is a sniper. Praetor's Revenge is back. It's a really good one. It's a nice feeling sniper. Wish it wasn't a rapid fire frame. These rapid fire frames are not good in PvE whatsoever. The heavy weapons. There's no sword. There's no grenade launcher. There is a rocket launcher. That's Haze and Vengeance, right? With no unique perks that would help it inside the raid. There's no, it does more damage against oracles. That shouldn't be a mod. That should be on the weapon itself. The correct, for example, in D1, it would have, it was off on this side because this screen, this whole screen looked completely different, right? It was off over here. Said it did more damage to oracles and Vex inside the Vault of Glass, and you had one that did more damage to Minotaurs, etc., right? Well, no, that's not here, right? There's no mod up here that's an intrinsic perk, like right here. It would be right here if it was anywhere, and does more damage to Minotaurs or Hydras. Like something that would make you want to use this in the raid, right? Of course, you wouldn't use this, right? It doesn't. There's no perk on here that says while in the well of light, I'm damaging Atheon. You get a boost of DPS by 20%, and then you can stack that with a debuff, and then maybe people might be using a machine gun, right? But they're not. There's nothing here that makes us want to use it. It is just a copy and paste of another adaptive. There's no uniqueness. Sure, you get Firefly, a big whoop, right? This is going to be a little bit of a salty video because I'm really tired of my raids, what I enjoy doing in Destiny, being completely trashed on. You come over here. Vault of Glass.
Anything you want?
There is absolutely nothing. The only reward I get from any of these triumphs is an emblem. And that was for that one right here. Not an emblem, a shader. There's no unique ornaments for this, right? And that's what they need to do. They need to bring back raid ornaments, raid challenges, and bring back unique looks to the raid armor itself, not reprised stuff. I'm talking about new stuff, like that size in their studio, but Destiny 2 is not seeing any of it, as far as I'm concerned. There's no reward for that. There's no reward for completing it with your Vault of Clans. There's nothing. It's just a worthless triumph score that actually has no value in the game. It has none. Forget boasting. Boasting about what? There is no reward that I can use and interact with inside the game whatsoever. All these triumphs that I'm doing, there is no unique armor ornament, emote, nothing. Well, guess where it's all at? Guess where it's all at? Right here. Do you know how not just utterly dumb it is to put the Vex missile class ornament behind an Eververse. It is so greedy. And before people say, oh, well, they have all kinds of stuff, no. If you remember Spire Stars, Prestige Spire Stars, there's the Chalice emote, right? Where you're sitting in Callus' chair drinking a wine glass. That was inside of a raid. People wanted to do the raid because that was in there. It wasn't locked behind an Eververse store like this. Like, you have all of these
No hurry.
cool, granted, transmat effects, ghost effects. This is the splicer, so that doesn't belong in there. The Atheon's head. You have a Harpy entrance. That all could have been behind those challenges and triumphs inside the game. Is what I'm getting at. Where's this emote? Where's this emote? How do I buy this emote? Hold on. No. Where is it at? Emotes. Should be in here somewhere. No, it's not. Okay, well, there's an emote where you're literally sitting in a chair, and it's Atheon. Let's look at collections.
Looking for anything special?
Mods would be a flare. Miscellaneous. Yes. Finishers. Emblems, shaders, transmit effects, emotes. I'm assuming this is for Vault of Glass. I don't know if it's an Eververse. More than likely it's going to be an Eververse. But I can't even view it, right? You see it all around. There is a Vault of Glass or emote that you can buy from the store. That could have been behind Templar. Because that's what they put it in the emote. They put that behind Valka or inside Spire Stars for you were sitting in the Callus chair. It was literally... You were sitting in a Callus chair and drinking a wine glass. It was one of the most desirable things because it was in the raid. This, for example. How... Why would I use any of this? This aggressive Oracle Disruptor should be on weapons that are inside the raid. They should be on weapons inside the raid. They should not be a mod. I don't even know. These I can see. This I don't see. Like, why would I put that? Why would one orb? Oh, great. One orb, dude. Like, we're so hurting for orbs. It's like they've lost their love for creating unique, exclusive rewards that are behind raids. And that's not a good side for the future rating. The future rating is behind that store right there. Ornaments that we have to put money towards that you can't earn in the game. People are wearing that, are using, and this may sound elitist, but people that have not even done the raid are literally, or day one or any of that. There's no unique rewards anymore. The future rating doesn't look bright. It's dying, dude. The rewards suck. There is no rewards whatsoever for all these triumphs that I did. There was no rewards. Whoop-de-doo, I get double loot. that could be double whatever, and that's absolutely garbage. They brought back Fatebringer, but it's like it has no Oracle Disruptor on the weapon. There's nothing. Like, I don't know what the Adept looks like. And sure, there's Adept, and you have the Adept mods. There should be new Adept mods that are specifically for the Vault of Glass, for that makes us want to use the weapons inside Vault of Glass. Like, I don't know, Adept Praetorian or Adept that destroys those chicken legs. I don't know the technical term for it, but you know what I mean. The giant turkeys that walk around. Like, everyone calls them something different. Chickens, turkeys, legs. I think they look like ostriches, to be honest. They have that same movement. But anyways, I don't know. But there's nothing. Whoop-de-doo, it was total a 10 triumph score for completing Oracle's challenge mode. There wasn't a... See, the Oracle's challenge mode could have awarded that transmat effect. That would have been great, right? Wait for it. That could have awarded, what was it? An exclusive emote that had a conflux with something sacrificing it, and then you take out a hammer and smash it. Right? There's one. I just thought of that just now. Templar. You could have had an emote to where a Templar shields just rotate around you. And they teleport away. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Gorgons. Could have had an ornament for your armor. For the mark, right? I could see that using them for the mark. Or the bond. Or the cloak. Complete the Templar encounter while never blocking the Templar's teleport. A great deal of skill is required to do that. Okay, great. So sweet. You block its teleport. It could have been an emote where it's like you're blocking, right? And you have the relic, right? The Aegis, Kabir's shield, where he drank the Vex fluid, right? To create what we use to defeat Atheon, the Templars, and even to get to Atheon in the first place. Just to bring down the Templar shield. We're using his light, right? You could have had an emote where you had the Aegis and but instead of blocking, you have it down on your side or something. I don't know. But a Gatekeeper's challenge mode. I don't know what you could have done behind that. But it could have been like, I don't know, like an emblem. Hobgoblins could have also been an emblem. I could see that. Dragon's Den. The Wyverns. Okay, that's with only super damage. That could have been a finisher. They could turn that into a finisher where a Wyvern's coming and you super boom. Whatever super is, where it's a shield, a golden gun, a dawn blade, or an arc, or whatever, and it changes with whatever super your subclass you're currently wearing. It would have been a little bit tricky, but you know, it would have been great. Break no plates. They could have put something behind here in this challenge right here. It could have been an emote where a Vex tries to step on a plate and you just push the Vex away and look out, right? They could have added something fancy, but there's nothing. It's just a useless triumph score that goes here. Vault of Class. It could have been a group emote, like with 3, and where there'd be like, I don't know, maybe a computer, and there could be the individual classes like that flash on the screen, and then like they're discussing it, like that would be good, and then maybe when it comes to hunters, they're like, no, that wouldn't be good. I'm just kidding. And then warlocks, yeah, let's do warlocks, and they clap, and they all turn into the hologram of warlocks would and it would change. It would be random. So sometimes it would be hunters, sometimes it would be titans, whatnot. You know what I mean? I don't know what they could have been for the temporary caches. Um, it could have been an emblem. They could have put just an emblem, and it could have been a Vex treasure chest that was opening, right? And it had loot spilling out. Baboons, gotta love them. Supposed to fix it, but they didn't fix it. Charge glass, complete all raid encounters with arc subclasses. So here is something that they've done recently with the triumphs since Riven's Bane came out, and that was with Arc, Solar, and Void. I think there should be ornaments behind this that change with whatever subclass you're using. They did that with the Solstice ornaments, where it did change, right? But this would be vexified with the armor, with the raid armor, right? It's, you could slap on it, and it would only go on the raid armor, which makes the raid armor desirable. But like I said, there's no desirable perks on the raid armor. Where is it? No. Legacy and raid. No. Resistance. It's not even showing here. Where is it? This is just the chest piece. And these are just solar ones I've collected, right? There could be more. Armor mod. Let's go. There has to be there. Let's see. Armor mods. No. Mods. No. Combat style would be in here. Origin. No. Class? No. No? Can't even view them in here. Now you can't even view it. So who knows who knows where they're going or how many there are. Maybe they'll pop up once they update it, but you can't even view it in there. Let's see the void. So we got, while you're standing near a seek lane for a complex weapon attacks that hit, makes have a chance to weaken those combatants. I could see how that would be useful, right? But again, there shouldn't be a mod. I think it should be a part of the raid armor itself, and I don't know how you would do that, but I don't think that should be a mod. I think that should be intrinsically a perk inside the armor itself, and they could put it down here, raid perks, and they need to update this, and the mods that you put there would improve the effects of it, so you would match it. So for example, let's say it would be random, right? It'd be random, right? So you got this right here. You could have right down here. It'd be a separate slot. You know, like kind of like how this pops up, but it doesn't. It would be intrinsically in here. So it would say intrinsic perk, superstructure medic, and it says equipping another of the like item would improve the effects and the amount of healing that you use. So you would slot the mod in. That's when you would slot the mod in. See, the armor would always do that itself, right? Right? It would always do that normally. Like it would send out a burst of healing to you and nearby allies for so many seconds standing on it, right? I could see how that would be useful in Master and stuff like that, but that doesn't even have that. Like the raid, there should be a reason to use the raid armor in raids. Like, I should want to take... So this is what I'm using for the raids. Actually, hold on. They're on... This is what I'm using. This is my build. Actually, I'm missing a little bit on here, but I'll figure that out in a second. But the point is this is pretty much my build. It's 100 recovery right here, 100 recovery, 100 intellect, right? Alright, this is what I use. I never take this off the whole raid. This is just the armor, not the weapons. I don't take this off. They need to drop high, because I don't understand it, but I don't think that Bungie realizes how much time and effort it takes in to grind for a crushing greaves right here. This is what they look like. I don't think they understand how much time it took me to grind out a roll that rolled with 22. Right now it would be base. It'd be 60. I don't think they understand how, because this was I've had this since Season of Arrivals. It took me a while to get a good roll. It's not recently where the rolls just fall like water. I don't think Bungie realizes how much time and effort it takes. That maybe they do, but they don't realize the true scope of it. Like, for example, this. You don't get these rolls. I mean, you have a higher chance than most to get these rolls, right? In Iron Banner, but it takes a while. Like, the raid armor, you should want to use the raid armor inside the raid, but one, it needs a higher chance of dropping. Let's say, if you're beating an actual encounter, high stat rolls are guaranteed from that armor that are rewarded from the actual encounter, not the chests, right? Which means you don't want weapons from chest, armor from chest. You want weapons. That's what you want. You want different rolls, right? They wouldn't drop it at the same level, but you would get armor and weapons. You could have an RNG chance to get a really stinking perfect roll piece of armor that comes in the chest. But the highest chance that comes in the raid would be from the actual encounters, which are as follows: plates in the beginning, right? You have confluxes, you have oracles, you have Templar, you have gatekeepers, and you have Atheon. 6 different points where you'd have high chances. Then you have a number of chests, right, where you wouldn't have a high chance to do it from the actual encounters. Thereby incentivizing people. Oh, and Atheon, right? Every week that you complete it, you have a higher chance to get a better rolled piece of weapon or armor from the reroll, right? And incentivizes people to, one, to get to the point of Atheon, because now you can re-roll your weapons, right, with the currency, which is great, which is a great addition, right? So it's not to say that this is completely a waste and that all their ideas are garbage. Not all of their ideas are garbage, just most of them, because whoever's idea to put Vault of Glass themed ornaments, or not ornaments, emotes, transmat effects, and shaders inside the Eververse store really needs to just, like, go outside and look at the sky. Look how beautiful it is. And realize that quality absolutely matters inside intense activities. When you go out and you go hiking, you hike up a mountain, you get to the top. The reward is seeing the beautiful sight that you have before you. The reward is conquering that hard activity, and what you have times and moments with your friends, and you have a beautiful sight. You have the sea, you have the skies, you have possibly an ocean, you have all kinds of things. But you don't have that here. No, what do I see? I see darkness. I see a traveler no longer there. The reward's no longer there. And I just see the pit of despair that, there's no point. Look at that. That's what I see. I see depression. I don't see the light. I see depression with the future of the Destiny 2's reward system. I don't think Bungie realizes this, but Bungie, like, your raids, that's why people like doing the games, and you need to take more time and fix raids and trials. This game is special. Don't know how much you realize that. Well, maybe you've forgotten that. But this is unacceptable. Right here. This is unacceptable. I'm just frankly just disappointed. That's it for today's video. This is Guardian signing off, and that's all, folks.